Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video. Now, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Now, I wanted to speak about this Canelo and Dazn Golden Boy situation. It's been out in the news for about a week or so now, so it's not like I'm breaking the news to any of you guys, but it's been out there for a while now. We all know what's going on. Canelo filing a lawsuit against Dazn and Golden Boy for, you know, in his words, not being able to get him out there for a fight. You know, trying to break it down as simple as I can. His grievance with them is that he's not able to get out there and fight. We all know that he was scheduled to, well, he was looking to face Avni Yildirim in a defense of his titles at super middleweight, and the WBC sanctioned it, and they, you know, put a date forward for it, but it was blocked by Dazn, and I think it was Golden Boy as well. So Canelo's not happy about this. He's alleging that this is breach of contract. He's saying that he should have the final say as to who he gets to fight. Apparently, he was willing to take a pay cut to make this fight happen. But according to Dazn and Golden Boy, now I'm just going off secondhand information, according to those guys, they're saying that, you know, Avni Yildirim's not an acceptable enough opponent. So there's been loads of names being thrown about to face Canelo this autumn. I mean, we've had Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders. We've had Avni Yildirim. There's so many people from like super middleweight to light heavyweight that Canelo can fight. I think out of all the fighters out there, he's the one with the most options for sure. So for him not being able to secure a date and get a fight, when other people are starting to get fights now in the pound for pound list, like you've got Lomachenko fighting Teofimo Lopez, you've got Terence Crawford looking to fight in November, you've got Errol Spence fighting in November. So even with this pandemic going on, the big stars are starting to line up their fights now, but Canelo, for some reason, he's still not able to get his secured. And Avni Yildirim, in my eyes, was not an acceptable opponent either. But I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. I mean, I don't know how many opponents have been put forward to Dazn and Golden Boy for Canelo to fight. But whatever the reason is, he's not happy and he's taking it to court. So we've seen over the last couple of days that this file was actually dismissed. Now, that doesn't mean that the whole case is dismissed, but I think there were some errors in, you know, Canelo's suit with accordance to who he's actually taken to court. So I think he's gonna, like, I think he's got until September the 28th to get that amended, and then when he does, then he'll be able to carry on with his suit if that goes ahead. Because Oscar De La Hoya tweeted a couple of days ago saying that he hopes that we'll be able to get Canelo the fight that he wants. And who knows? I mean, it's just an up and down battle, and it's something that Canelo doesn't really need. As the pound for pound star in boxing, the #1 fighter in the world, according to many, the Ring magazine, so many publications, everyone looks at Canelo as either #1 or #2 in the world pound for pound. For him to not being able to get out there and have a fight, especially considering the bumper contract that he has with Dazn right now, it's not good. It's not good for him. It's not good for boxing. It's not good for anyone. So we want to see Canelo out there. Ideally, I don't want to see him out there against Avni Yildirim, who is a former sparring partner. It'll pretty much be a waste of time. But like I said, these are unprecedented times anyway, and Canelo, maybe he just wants to get a run out before he fights another big name opponent. I mean, you can't fault his resume, especially over the last few years. Canelo has fought everybody, so I'm not putting it down to him being afraid to take on these names, but maybe with the whole pandemic and him taking a pay cut, he thought somebody like Avni Yildirim would fit the bill. But in my eyes, it's just a waste of time. Like, well, you know what's going to happen in that fight. Similar to the Rocky Fielding fight, you know, that was a waste of time. So on Dazn's end, I understand it'll be a hard sell for them, and at the end of the day, they're the ones that got to front up all the money. So I get it, but it's looking like that this is going to go to court. Canelo's not happy, and he's had this friction with Golden Boy in particular for quite a while now. Oscar De La Hoya, he's had numerous things to say about him over the last couple of years, and it does make you wonder, like, why doesn't Canelo just, you know, start his own promotional company? Do you know what I mean? I mean, obviously he's under contract, but it makes you wonder, like, why doesn't he go down that route? Because, you know, the big stars in the previous year, like in the previous era, should I say, like the Floyd Mayweathers, the Miguel Cottos, like they had their own promotional companies. They would promote themselves, and they would sell their like fights to the highest bidder. So Canelo could easily do something like that, but at this stage he's tied in with Golden Boy, and yeah, it doesn't look like, I don't know what's going to happen with that contract. I don't know like how long he's tied in there for, but it does make you wonder, like, wouldn't he be better off just doing his own thing? He's definitely got the star power and the markability to do that. So let's see what happens, man. But just my thoughts on it all. Canelo looking to file this lawsuit against Dazn and Golden Boy. Who do you think's in the wrong here? Do you think that Canelo's being a bit of a diva, or do you think that, you know, Dazn and Golden Boy should grant his wishes to fight whoever he wants? I mean, we don't know all the finer details in the contract, but for him to take them to court, he must be feeling that there's a breach somewhere. So I don't have no doubt in my mind that Canelo, I don't think he is scared of anybody, but yeah, he does need to get out there and fight, even though the Yildirim fight, in my opinion, is not an acceptable enough choice. But let me know your thoughts on it anyway, guys, man. Like I said, so many people Canelo can fight out there. You've got Benavidez, you've got Caleb Plant, you've got Callum Smith, you've got Billy Joe Saunders. He could drop back down to middleweight. He could fight Triple G again. Like, there's loads of guys. I mean, he could have fought Charlo or Andrade. He could have fought, maybe not Beterbiev, but somebody else at light heavyweight. So there's loads of people he could have fought, man. So for it to get to this stage is not good. But anyway, that's enough of me talking. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.